niggas think that they could anything, but when I start talking to niggas, you want to play those games with me? We're gonna play them games too.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. So much has happened, okay, in the past like 24 hours. So basically, Cardi B went on her Instagram live and decided to try to expose her husband, rapper Offset, and things did not necessarily go as planned. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the entire live stream, pause and play, give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions about this entire crazy situation.
The niggas think that they could anything, but when I start talking to niggas, you want to play those games with me? We're gonna play them games too. We're gonna play them games too. Since you want to threaten me, talking about you want to take my, because I'm moving on. Move on. Move on. Why can't you move on? Why can't you move on?
So basically, because there's a lot of bleeping out because of the profanity that's used within the video, but I guess there was some kind of altercation that the two of them had verbally through text message or on the phone. And I guess basically Offset was stating that he is going to be taking her to court, and you know that there are going to be certain things within the divorce that he is going to be taking away from the situation. And she's saying that basically he's only reacting in this way because she has moved on. So moved on, it gets very interesting as we're going to continue to watch through, but I'm just going to press play.
It's no fun when mama got the. It's no fun when I'm slanging, right? Now we're going to court war, right? And I told you, get off my phone. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. I just want.
So she said it's no fun when, now that she's the one who's slanging Kitty. Okay. And the first thing that I want to say before we continue, because there's so much more that we have to get through, is that, a lot of women make the mistake by doing this. They feel as though, they can do the quote unquote get back, right? Like, oh, if a man is unfaithful to them in a relationship, that they can turn around and be unfaithful to that man in the same relationship, and it's going to garner the same effect. But in actuality, it's not going to. Okay, if a man goes around and is intimate with 5 different women, it takes nothing off of him. But as a woman, when you are giving yourself away to somebody else, there is no upper hand in that situation because that person conquered you. Regardless of if you think you're in control, regardless of if you think you're the one with the power, we all know that that's not the reality of the actual situation. You are, a lot of these women, they complain, they, talk about being bosses and how, they're the queen of the crop and they're the tip of the top and they're all these things. But you are giving the ultimate form of submission away to a person to try to get back at another person. There's no winning in that situation.
I just want to let you know one good, right? I don't give a nigga talking about, oh, I'm going to expose you, or I'm going to put them text messages that so through your phone. I don't give a I will expose my own tea. I don't give a I don't care. I don't care. Do that. I don't care.
Before we go into, her rants of she don't care, I just want us to pay attention to the people who are on the live commenting, like Tamar Braxton, talking about period. I found it very interesting that a lot of the people who I saw commenting on the live as she's talking and ranting and exposing her personal business about her relationship were a lot of the women who have not gotten it right in the relationship sector. I just wanted to take note of that, okay? I just want to take note of how the sisterhood applauds the foolishness, because if they are at certain spaces Instead of trying to get you to have a different outcome, they're so happy that they have another troop that can join forces with them in their misery.
You should be happy. You know what you should be you know what you should be happy? You should be happy that I'm a real gangster ass. At the end of the day, I'm a real gangster ass and I'm a solid. So one thing I'm not gonna do to you ever is entertaining them your ops that be in my DMs trying to suck my. I will never do that because the op to you is a nigga who wants you dead. And I don't want you dead because my kids love the out of you. Out of you. My kids love you down. So I will never do that. And I really follow gangster. I really follow street codes. I will never be a lame ass with a nigga op just to get back. No, nigga don't have to do that.
So she's talking about the fact that, she said that he should be happy. And this is Offset that she's talking about, that Offset should be happy about the fact that she is not a lame woman and that she was not, going to sleep with women who are against him or who don't like him, just to kind of get back at him for the things that he's done or the things that he's doing. And she's saying, all of that, they're in her DM, like begging to sleep with her. And the thing is that I think this is another thing I have to say. If somebody does not like, your ex or the person that you were in a relationship with and they are in your DM, it is solely for the opportunity, again, like I said before, to conquer. It has nothing to do with genuinely liking you. It has nothing to do with you being, so desirable that they're just so desperate to want to be with you. It has nothing to do with any of those things. It only has to do with the ability to conquer. So they can say that they did that and have something to throw in that person's face. So even mentioning it is kind of like, you're saying like, oh, you should be lucky I'm not like this because I could be doing this. Like, to me, somebody who is real and genuine and authentic in that factor would not even mention that. There would be no point of even mentioning it because it's not even something that's on the table. To me, to mention it is to say that, I thought about it, but I wouldn't because, I don't want to be labeled as, but like, that's something that's not even a part, it should not even be a part of the conversation.
I just got a nigga that's better than you. However, I don't give a. You can expose whatever the you want to expose, nigga. I exposed it myself. Get out of here. I told you when a Libra start Libraing, we really don't give a. Now, goodbye. This is such a lame. He's so lame, it's not even funny. So we're texting and everything, and he's trying to FaceTime me. He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me, like, trying to hurt my feelings. He's trying to show me the girls that he been or talking to, and it's like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, they must not be that good that you was blowing up my phone all weekend. All weekend you was blowing up my phone. I blocked you. Even though I know you was gonna go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you I blocked. You was calling me all private numbers all morning. You was calling my mama, everything. So it's like you trying to show me, trying to get me mad. Like, oh, let me show you the on phone. Let me show you the my DMs. I'm gonna hurt her feelings. I don't care. That does not be hitting. Still calling.
This is, I think, a misconception that a lot of women have, right? A lot of women have the misconception that just because a man steps out and then he's still calling your phone back, it means that the woman that he stepped out with is not as desirable, or, the intimacy was not amazing, or that she might not even be, they might even think that the woman is quote unquote beneath them because he's still calling them. But I'm going to be honest, and this is a harsh truth, but it's the truth. Men like access, right? And especially if they have a long-term relationship with you, they have long history with you, they are going to still contact you for whatever reason to be able to still gain that same access that they are used to having. So when they're not used to having that access, they will still try. This is why a lot of women get tricked because, women will be in relationships and then their ex from like I don't know how many years ago will still try to contact them, and it will make them feel as though, oh yes, I'm the prize, I'm that girl because all my exes are trying to contact me. To be honest, it's not because you are so special. It's not because you are so desirable. It is just because those men want access. And they are trying to find the path of least resistance. And hopefully, if it's somebody that they already dealt with, it will be easier for them to gain said access that I'm talking about. And I want to say something else too, that I think a lot of women will probably be upset about, but it's the truth. A lot of women put themselves in positions to get cheated on because of the fact that they feel as though, because of their own ego. I'll say that. Because of their own ego, because they feel like they are better than every other woman, because they feel like they are the cream of the crop, because they feel like they are number one, nobody's better, there's no other competition. A lot of their ego gets into the way, and it comes into play in situations in relationships, and then they get cheated on, and then they find out the reality. Okay, and I'm going to elaborate more about exactly what I'm saying. I'm just going to press play.
Trying to get your lick back, trying to do your big lick back. I don't care. You're lame. And them is lames too. You want to know why? Because you got to in order to get your ego to feel high.
Wait a minute. I noticed that she said lick back. She said you're lame because you're trying to get your lick back. So that would insinuate that you already did something within this situation. So what's the conversation about? If he did something before in the relationship and then you did something, trying to get back at him, and now he's doing it again, there should be no conversation on the internet if you guys are both playing the same game. Y'all both playing games. The reason why, in my opinion, this coming to the internet is because as a woman, you realize you cannot go toe-to-toe with a man. No matter who you are. No matter what name you have. Your feelings and your emotions are going to get tied up into it, and then hence why it's coming to the internet. We don't hear him saying anything on the internet.
I'm too much woman for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm too much of a boss for you. And I've always been too good for you. I've been too good for you. I've been too good for anything that is associated to you. So you got to make yourself feel better, because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that in this home. So that's what you got to do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you're in the next. I don't give a.
So this is admission. You're stating that you're too good for him. You've always been too good for him. Basically you're doing him a favor by being in a relationship with him. To me, that sounds foolish, because not only did you marry this man, but you had 3 children with him. So if you know that you are too good for this person that you have been in this long-term relationship with, that is foolishness on your part. Okay, that has nothing to do with nobody else. That should have made that person feel bad. You're trying to condemn this person, talking about you too good, you better than, and all these things. But you're the one on the internet talking about this person because they are hurting your feelings. They have a piece of you that they are able to connect to you in such a way that it really does bother you, although you're saying that you don't care. You clearly do. Otherwise, me and everybody else on the internet would not know your business if you truly did not care. A woman who truly does not care, doesn't want to talk about it, doesn't want to bring it to social media, will completely act like you do not exist. There's no need to mention you, bring you up, say your name. There's nothing to talk about. A woman who genuinely does not care and is unbothered, does not want anything to do with, or does not even want to associate with your name. They have better things to do. They're not even bitter, upset, angry, because they're really over it. They don't even have emotions tied to the situation. That's how much they genuinely are disassociated from the situation. Now, back to what I was saying about the ego thing. You said that she clearly said that she did not allow him to feel like the man of the house because of her status, because she's too much of a boss, because of, who she is, as the artist. And this, again, is what I talk about with the ego thing when women get cheated on. A lot of women trick themselves and play themselves. And I'm not talking about just in this situation. I'm talking about, regular women who follow this boss chick narrative. They let their title at their job, they let whatever it is that what they're known for on social media, all their kind of status, they allow those things to dictate how they maneuver within their home, within their relationship, changing the narrative of who is the leader, who's supposed to be the forefront of the relationship. And then again, they have this superiority complex. Not only does she feel like she's better than all the other women that this man can obtain, but she also feels like she's better than the man that she's with. And when a woman plays this game, and I don't agree with game playing at all. Okay, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I don't agree with game playing. I don't agree with the foolishness, the drama. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. However, when a woman goes toe to toe with a man and tries to emasculate him, a man, it doesn't matter if he's the nicest guy, the kindest guy, he will always show you that he is a man in whatever facet that's going to be. Whether that's leaving you, whether that is sleeping with everybody surrounding you, whatever it is, he is going to show you that as much as you are trying to emasculate me, I'm going to show you that I am the man. This is what's unfolding.
I don't give, because them hoes ain't good enough that I be having you crashing out.
It might be good enough. Might be great. might be better than what you got. I'm being honest. And again, this is the ego thing with women. Oh, I got the best kitty. I got the best this. I got the there's good, better, best. Okay? And bestest. Like, it will always keep going. Especially how a man's mind is wired. There's always going to be an opportunity for them to find better. But when you have that ego about yourself that, oh, well, obviously you want to be with me because I got the best this, the best that. That's how a lot of women get tricked. Because they are, first of all, they put themselves in situations to endure things because of their ego being stroked by, oh, yeah, he can't get nobody better than me. He got to come back to me because I'm the best. Yeah, me. They put themselves in competition with these other, oh, well, obviously, those women are beneath me because if they weren't beneath me, you wouldn't still be calling me. Again, it's about access. Has nothing to do with that woman being better. There's not about the competition. It's really not the competition. Again, it's about the access.
All weekend, you was mad happy today. I called you today. And the only reason why I called you today is because I'm trying to change my son's school and I need your approval. Other than that, I don't care. World, ops. I'm a ops. That's my ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street nigga. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm a ops. Goo, boo hoo. I don't give a. You could ops. You my friends, nigga. I don't give a. You're a lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you even play with me for such a long time.
This is definitely a woman who has slept with somebody else, for sure. For sure. And you know why? Because of this very inflated ego thing that's happening within the conversation of her being so much over than him and better than him. All that stuff comes out because she has entered into something, and this is just my opinion, with somebody else. And so now it's making her feel like, oh yeah, I'm that girl. Wait, what was I doing? I've been tripping. I've been under a spell. I've been trying to be a wife. I've been doing all these things. And now I realize that, so it's giving very much that she has already stepped into something with somebody else. That's very apparent in my opinion. Right? My personal opinion. I don't got no facts about it, but in my personal opinion, it's apparent by the way in which she's articulating herself about her husband. But also, she's saying that she let herself, oh, I let you play with me. I've been better than you. I've been too good for you. I've been, all of these things. And again, This is when you are trying to go toe to toe with a man. This is when you are trying to make it even with a man. This is when you are trying to play the game. And, a lot of women try to maintain control in the situation, even when the relationship is clearly severed. You have no control. And again, this is what I was saying, that when you go toe to toe with a man, he's going to show you that he's a man no matter how much you emasculate him. Because you're telling him that he can't go out and you don't have integrity. There's no rules. It's over. Okay? There's no rules. You cannot tell a man how to be a man, who to deal with, who to be intimate with when the relationship is done. It's over. He's the one who is doing the poking. Okay? And he can pick, choose, and refuse whoever it is that he wants to, for whatever reason. And especially if you already stepped across that line and you did the ultimate, the rules are really out the window now. It's over. And I know people would say, oh, but how can you say that when it's women against men? And that's not fair because she's saying that she wouldn't sleep with his ops or whatever the case is, because it's not the same thing. Women cannot do what men do and still be ladies. That's number one. Women cannot do what men do and still be desirable by said men. That's the truth. If this man even cheated in the relationship first, okay? If you don't want to be with him, you leave. But if you decide you're going to pull a Keisha Cole, I should have cheated, and try to get your get back and your lick back, you are opening the door for wounds that you are not willing, that you might not be able to handle. All for the sake of the quote unquote get back.
Because you're not even a real right for me. I make you look good. You. Look at you. I don't care. Look at the bitch. I'm a fucker. Matter of fact, look at this. I don't want to see it. So what? You was gonna them anyways, nigga. Them bitch throw you that for 2,000. You gotta survive out here. Gotta survive out here. Now okay, you could do that. You was gonna do it regardless. You go to a club and you probably get drunk. You give them 2,000. You was gonna regardless. Them hoes gotta survive. These hoes is hungry out here.
Now, this is what I think it's getting a little bit disingenuous, because now, in the conversation, she's trying to make it seem as though the only way he would have options is if he has to pay for them. And I think that we all know that is not reality. Okay, once you're a rapper and you have any kind of status, they would do it for free 99. Okay, they don't need the bag, they don't need a check, they don't need the money, they don't need 2,000, 5,000. It's not about survival. It's just about the opportunity to say that they were intimate with this person. It has nothing to do with anything else. And I think that we all know that.
We in a recession, baby. Them hoes gotta get paid. Do that. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I'm a watch what I'm gonna do to you. Watch what I'm a this, that, blah, blah, blah. You already done it all. You already done it all. You already done it all. You done it all. You done it all. You done it all. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me. You done it all. So I don't care. I don't.
We have people like just so many people. I mean, we see Cash Doll in here. I'm so happy for you for airing out her dirty laundry on social media, like for exposing her business on social media, for downplaying her children's father on social media and calling him lame and beneath her and all of these things. Like, what are we happy about? What is the applause for? You make him look good because of your name, because of your brand, but what about you, the person? Sometimes a lot of these people get it twisted within their business sense and within their celebrity, right? And they feel like, I'm too good for this person because of, the person, the brand. But the real person, if we want to be honest, Could that person have been doing you a favor by being with you, the real person, not the brand, not the celebrity?
Thank you for my kids, though. All three of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're a good daddy. You all right. I don't regret them. Not none of them. Not none of them. But you. I regret you. I'm too good for you. I always been too good for you. You know I'm too good for you. And I don't ever, I never even wanted to get on this social media because I don't want to turn off the next off because this is not my type of shit. This is not my type of shit. I don't ever want the next to ever think that I'm a messy, but you want to be a messy.
This is exactly what I was going to say. And it's so funny that she said that. She's like, oh, this is not my type of thing. I don't want to come on the internet and make it seem like I'm messy so that the next man that, deals with me thinks that I'm somebody who's messy, because this is not my type of deal. Like, I'm not this type of person to basically get on social media and tell him my business. We're always seeing you on social media telling your business about this man. Okay? This is not the first time or the second time. This is something that you are constantly doing. And just the fact that she's able to say that should let it be known that that is something that might be in the back of her mind, but it's the truth. The next man is going to see this and watch this and say, okay, I don't want nobody exposing my business on social media. I don't want to be with somebody who I'm building a relationship with and they're going to get on and talk about me. Personally, like, in my opinion, nobody wants to be with somebody who talks too much. Right? And when I say talks too much, I mean starts telling like intricate details about their personal relationship on public platforms for, I think it was 97,000 viewers to be able to see. That is going to make the next man weary. Hence why a lot of times what happens is that sometimes these women move on and they're able to be intimate with somebody, but it's harder for them to get into actual relationships like the relationships that they're in currently. It's hard for them to get quote unquote married again because of the things that they do after they break up from these relationships, and people are observant of it. Most of the times, the women who are able to move on after relationships successfully are the women who do not take up these toxic traits. The relationship's over. They're done with it. They don't got nothing bad to say. They don't even want to talk to the man negatively, positively. They just let it be. They're not vindictive about the man and his children. They are just able to move forward positively. Those women are able to gain positive results because they're not wrapped up in what's going on. Because if you have so much emotion and so much feelings, as much as you say you don't care, the fact that you are so heavily talking about it, you do care. You do.
And do petty because you hurt. All right, we're going to do it then. Let's go lick for lick. Let's go wrong for wrong. Let's go hit for hit. You. I told you, leave me the alone.
Yeah, going hit for hit, lick for lick, band for band, whatever you want to call it, is not going to be the winning game for a woman. It's not. We're not built that way. And I say that in the best way. I love the fact that women are designed so differently from men. We are empathetic. We are emotional. We are sensitive. That is our feminine right to lean into our emotions. And so there are things that person is doing that can hurt you. Because again, when he played the game and you play the game, it's not the same. There are women who move on from relationships and they think that, oh yeah, they slept with somebody else and they were trying to get their get back. And then they're the ones who are dealing with that pain and that vulnerability because now you've been conquered by somebody that you don't even want. Just for the sake of doing it. When a man can do the same exact thing and feel absolutely no emotion about the situation. It's not the same thing. After her live stream, or during her live stream, I should say, Offset actually, first she released this text message when he said basically that he basically said that he did not want her. They went back and forth on Twitter. I'm going to show those comments as well, but I think it's in here. And she was like, she quoted him saying, "Everybody can see I don't want you, please." And I guess I don't know who's texting who. I believe it's him texting her. And so He said, you don't want me? She said, not really. He said, okay, you want somebody else? She said, Offset, please. I think she was saying like, Offset, man, please. He said, okay, I'll leave you alone. She said, have a good night. He said, I just wanted to know. And then he said, can I, blank, blank, blank with you on the phone? Now, it said yesterday, 8:09, but if this was a screenshot, this could have been from however long ago. Okay. So this is not really a receipt because we don't actually know exactly the date on when this conversation took place. It could have been a long time ago that this conversation took place, but the fact that it said yesterday, it would make it, seem as though it's something recent when, say for instance, if she took that from like 3 weeks ago and she screenshotted it the next day after it originally happened, it would still say yesterday. So that's not really a receipt. And then this was their back and forth on social media. He said, the fact you keep going shows you're hurt. Leave me alone. Don't you have a man? Aren't we divorced? Crying, laughing face. And I agree with that. I'm not going to lie. I do agree with that. The fact that you're saying so much and you're revealing so much. You can say that you're not hurt. You can pretend that you're not hurt. You can try to tell or convince everybody else. But you really do feel a certain way about it. Because otherwise, like I said, me and everybody else on the internet would not know about it. Her response was, LMAO, coming from the same one that had to DM me all weekend, crashing out because he was blocked. Hurt because I was going to Paris. He right, it will be the last time talking about his lame A. And then Offset replies, everybody can see I don't want you. It's okay. I'm not talking about this anymore. All love. You'll be calling me after a couple months. You're my baby mama. I won. Then he said insecure. Now, a lot of people were upset about the fact that Offset said, you're my baby mama, I won, because they're like, oh, these men will plot on you and do this stuff and get you pregnant and then treat you bad. But first of all, they're having a back and forth. She called him lame. She said she's better than him. She said that she's above him. He's beneath her. Like, she said a plethora of things about this man, right? Him saying, you're my baby mama, I won, is basically saying checkmate. And again, this is why women and men cannot do the same things and play the quote unquote same games. It's not the same. Because he's right. At the end of the day, you're the mother of my kids. What are you talking about? Like, I'm lame, I'm this, I'm that, but you had 3 children for me. What more of a conversation is necessary to be had? There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to contemplate. What am I going to do? Go back and forth? You're the mother of my kids. Like, how am I going to go back and forth with you? It's the truth. It's the truth. And I think I said Twitter, but it looks like this might have been under a post or something like that these comments happened. Now, this is the one that really sent everything for a loop. Okay. So while she was live, Offset commented and said, you effed with a baby inside. Tell the truth. Which means that when Cardi B was pregnant, this is allegedly from what Offset is saying, when she was pregnant with their 3rd most recent child that they had, he is commenting and saying that she slept with somebody else while she was pregnant. Being that the 2 of them were on the outs, they were, already, battling the divorce, whatever the situation is. That's what he was saying. Her response to that comment that he left was, and it. Let me tell you the problem I have with this, right? Besides the obvious, right? Besides the obvious that, it's disrespectful to not only to yourself, but also to your unborn child, that you are intimate with somebody who is not the father of that child, and they are entering your sacred space where you are supposed to be harnessing and protecting energy to cover your unborn child. But that's a whole conversation for a different day. But what gets me is that there were so many women in the comment sections who were like, oh, yes, sis, I know that's right. You have to get right. And so what? And there were so many women who were supporting the foolishness, and hence why she is out here and saying these things and so proud about it, because a lot of women know that other women will support them when they are doing the foolishness, because other women want to be able to do their own foolishness as well. Right? So it's almost like tug of war. It's like if all the women are on one side, Even if all them women are so wrong, all those women are going to help them pull the rope because they want to be able to do the foolishness that they are supporting and defending as well and think nothing of it. They want to be able to do things, say things, maneuver in certain ways that other people would deem as, distasteful or disgraceful even. And to say, oh, so what? You ain't see when Cardi did that, or you ain't see when this person did that. You didn't see when that person did that. I could do it too. It's foolishness. It's distasteful. And why did he come out and say that? Because of you coming to the internet and doing this. And again, this is why I say you cannot go toe to toe with a man, number one, but you and a man cannot play the same games. If you were carrying his child and he slept with somebody else, it would be bad, but nobody would care. It would not be the same effect as you're the one that has the baby. You're the one that's carrying with child, and you do that. We're not the same. A lot of women are competing with men so bad. They're trying to be more of a man than the man that they're with so bad because of this societal pressure of ego, boss chick. Oh yeah, women run the world. We the best. We the this. It's foolishness. It's an uphill battle. It's a losing game. Because a woman will never beat a man at being a man. That's not where your power lies. I have this conversation over and over again. The relationship is like, just like a remote. A plus and a minus and a plus. A lot of these relationships don't be working out because the man is in his rightful role as the plus and the minus. But a woman is over there on her side of the remote talking about, I'm going to be a plus and a minus too. Well, why don't you switch? Why don't you be a minus and a plus? Because I'm going to be a plus. You're the one that's not in the right role. TV not turning on. Remote's not going to work. A lot of women are fighting in the wrong manner because that's not where your power resides. Your power resides in your femininity. Your power resides in the feminine. Your power resides in you being who you are as a woman. A woman. You taking the womb off and you just trying to be a man. And then wondering why you got so much drama, problems, and chaos. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this entire conversation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.